Welcome again to my tens and tens of friends. It is me, Teacher TJ. And today I will be reading a Reddit post from the parenting subreddit by user Ultra Juju Sufolk. That's JUJUTSU folk. And it's titled Amazed by a Friend's Daughter Behavior. I was confused where it started because it started with a lowercase b. Like, how? But it's the beginning. Basically, I have a friend that is a teacher. Her daughter, oh, no caps, no way. You was like uncapping stuff because if you put a period, the next word is going to automatically be capitalized. But no, this person has something against capital letters, I guess. Anyway, basically, I have a friend that is a teacher. Her daughter is 11 years old, and she's so well behaved and polite and won't lie. I was expecting her to be the typical chaotic little girl that I'm used to know. So many grammatical errors. She's very respectful. Maybe you can ask her to help you write. Cleans everything, very responsible. She does her homework even when her mother isn't at home, and then just then goes to play video games or stuff. Also, do things like ending a potato chips bag and clean if something's dirty, even bend the whole bag and throw in the trash by herself, and more things. Please ask her to sit down and write a paragraph with you. This friend said she was raised only with her and her mother, plus being around her everywhere. And she was raised like that by her mother as well. And she's a great professional. So you saying it's two generations. She was raised by her mom, and her mom was raised by her mom's mom. Okay. I'm not used to see kids like these, especially nowadays. I'm not used to seeing kids like this, especially nowadays. I'm just going to self correct the stuff that's because what? The average kids I've met normally were spoiled by their parents and really annoying, even acting like kids when they were almost 18, lol. So it's kind of refreshing to meet someone who raised a kid with good manners. And the best thing is that she's not pressured to do those things. She does it naturally. I also do this post to know, is this normal where you live? Do you act like this? If they do, what's your secret? What makes the difference between having a spoiled kid and very responsible and respectful one at such an age? Education rules the nation. No underscore location underscore 5565 states that the secret is a combination of parenting, personality, and pace of development, and she means the child's pace of development. There are kids who are naturally more like this. There are kids who are more naturally not like this. There are kids who are still very much developing the cognitive skills to act like this. There are parents who parent consistently with appropriate expectations and effective consequences. There are parents who do not parent that way. All of the combination of these things have different results on different timelines. Yep. You know what's funny? I had 6 kids at one point, and when people would see my kids out well behaved and stuff, people would make comments like, "Oh, they're so well behaved," and it's it's hard to take as a compliment because what you doing with your kids, or who you hang around, or why would they be well behaved? Was like always my feeling. Like, yes, of course they're well behaved. But I guess I have come across kids that's like, who raised you? So I don't know, I guess. But I never could take someone saying that my kids were well behaved as a compliment because it's usually YT people that would say that, and I would be like, okay. Ultra Juju folk says exactly. Most kids I see nowadays are the ones in control, and the parents just follow along. In this case, they taught her how to be a good person, but not in a toxic, controlling way. You muted. underscore apricot underscore 4640 says child rearing practices have changed, and that's true. Now they say something about gentle parenting, and I've seen videos on the internet where the child is like totally freaking out, having a tantrum and just going nuts. And the parent, the father, he's there with her. He's just standing with his close by, but not too close. And he's just got his hands folded and he's just watching her. Sir, get your kid before she get ran over by a buggy. And then it's going to be all your fault. But the thing is, I think a lot of times when I see stuff like that and y'all want to call it gentle parenting, it's mainly because you don't feel like parenting or you don't know how to parent. Yeah, that doesn't work for anyone, not your child, not you, or the people around watching this. So I agree, child rearing practices have definitely changed. You do have to start early parenting your kids, not spoiling your kids, and being for real with your kids. And okay, while my kids kind of have everything, they're not spoiled. They do understand the word no. They do understand that I have expectations for them and they are responsible kids. And it does start young. A lot of times you'll see kids just learning how to talk, cursing, and parents think it's funny. Or you'll see them at that age hitting their parents, and their parents think it's funny. And nothing is funny when it comes to raising. Well, of course, you laugh and play, so don't be. But it's not funny for your child to curse or to hit adults just because they're a kid. It's not funny. Parenting does start very young. And why did this happen? Psychologists pushed for it, and the next generation adopted it. I was a psych major in college and remember one of my professors in the 90s saying kids of psychologists are the worst behaved. Interesting. Yeah, I was born in the late 80s, says Norwegian. My mom was a SAHM, a stay at home mom, and she spent less time with me than most people spend with their kids now. She wasn't my entertainer the way modern parents think they're expected to be. Oh, I don't expect to be my child playmate. We do stuff together when they want me to, because just recently, I asked my daughter to play a game, and she was like, "No, I'm straight." So, I mean, we spend time together, but I am not their source of entertainment. Mm-mm. Obviously, there are positives to modern gentle parenting, but it seems we have overcorrected to excessive permissiveness as a society, and I feel that's true too. At first, the kids were getting beat for everything, and now the parents do like let their kids just wild out a lot more than back in the day. Muted Apricot says, I was born in '79. My mom was also a stay-at-home mom. She read me a story when I woke up, and my dad read me a bedtime story. That was it. I played outside all day and had a blast. It may have been better to have more time with my parents, but my childhood was blissful. I like that person was able to have fun without their parent being their source of entertainment. And that is all of the posts and replies for this Reddit post, which was titled Amazed by a Friend's Daughter. I guess the great part of this is at least that person was seeing great behavior from a kid instead of something negative. So that's good. But I think we should all have high expectations for children. I myself am a teacher and a mother, so I expect kids to behave in a certain manner as they expect me to behave in a certain manner. So I guess everybody should have expectations. I don't know, but I bet that child who the user felt was so well behaved was probably like, okay, I'm just being me. It's not that deep. Like, because well behaved kids tend to just, they know better. So they're not really like gloating on the fact that they've been told that they behave well by what looks to be another kid, because that was too many grammatical errors for that to be a grown person. I don't know. But that's all I have on this Reddit. So I'm going to wrap up for now. And to my tens of tens who stayed to the end, thank you so much for watching. Bye for now.